First of all, what we're really looking to do with a warm-up is raise the heart rate, activate the muscle groups, mobilising all the joints in the body, and just generally getting the body and the mind conditioned and ready for the workout ahead. So, first one is very simple. It's just a brisk walk. I'm going to show you how to walk. It sounds a bit silly, but a lot of people will have a tendency to throw their legs out one side to another. We just want to focus on walking in a straight line, heel behind the toe, and big long strides in the arms pumping. So a brisk walk like that, literally over and back. That's all we want to do. Okay, so just 1 minute of up and down, brisk walk, straight legs, arms pumping. Okay, so we're going to go straight into down on your back. So, lying down flat, spine on the back, head back, shoulders down, head down. So not looking up at all, head down, legs straight. So raise right foot just an inch or two off the ground, and you're going to bring the knee into the chest like that and extend. So you have your head back down on the ground, squeeze for a second, extend, squeeze and extend. We're going to repeat that for 10 times on this leg, then 10 times on the other leg. You're then going to go straight into a straight leg raise, arms by the side, head down again, straight body, spine down, belly tucked in. So toes pointing towards you, towards your face, not away from you. Straight leg raise, up and down, up and down. Look to squeeze the angle that it can raise a little bit further each time, and keep the leg straight, so keep the knee locked out. Same thing, 10 on this leg, 10 on the other leg. Okay? Then you just move straight into when you're on your back. Raise the leg at 90 degrees, head back again, toes towards you, towards your face, lock out the leg, squeeze, 10 times this leg, 10 times this leg. So we're going to hop up and just move into an air squat. So what you want to do is get your feet shoulder width apart, toes facing forward, so your feet are parallel to each other. Arms out for balance. Keep your heels down on the ground, so don't rock forward onto your toes. Keep your heels flat. That means your bum goes back, your hips go back and down, not straight down. So you're going back, squeeze down as low as you can, and back up. Now as I do this movement, I keep my chest out, keep my head up, and keep my arms forward. So my back is straight. So while my back is angling, it's angling from the hip, forward and back. So I'm not rounding the back like this, I'm not bending over in any way, I'm breaking from the hip, like so. So once more, ease it down as low as you can, and up. Final point, the knees are flaring out to allow the squat to go down. Knees out, squat down, squat up. Head up, eyes up. Okay, so nice easy tempo up and down, 10 of those guys as well. So then we're going to go straight into down on the ground, on the hands and knees, and we're just going to stretch out the back. So all I want to do is roll the back arch up towards the ceiling, so you see the middle of the back and the shoulders and the lats rounding up like that, squeeze, and then arching back down. So you're keeping your head in a neutral position, allowing the head to come down as you push up, allowing the head to look up a little bit as you arch the lower back down. So each time, just holding for a second, and then down into the arch for a second. So the next thing that we want to do in our list is, while we're there and in that position, just move the toes off the back of the mat and get up into a push-up position. So the first thing is, you want a straight back. So you don't want to have your hips down, bowing down, and you don't want your bum up in the air like this. You want a neutral stance, and what open your toes. So all we want to do is bring your knee straight forward to your elbow and back. Keep your toe off the ground. So burst, 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 okay? 10 on this side, 10 on this side. Straight after that, same position, brace the hips, keep them solid. You're going to bring right knee to left elbow without rounding the hips. And you don't want to see this happening. You want the hips locked, solid, boom. Foot off the ground. And then 10 on the other side. Okay, so as you're going through that, there's no pause. This is active, dynamic warming up. Okay, final movement in the same position. Stand like this, with a slight bend in the knee this time. Bring your knee in and kick it back behind. In, behind, in, behind. Switch it round. Okay, same thing. 10 on this side, 10 on the other side. So we're going to move up into the shoulders. Once you get it back in against a flat surface, against a flat wall. This has a kicker board. It'd be better if you didn't. But get your heels as far in as you can, together. Put your bum on the wall. Get your shoulders back on the wall. And bring your arms up. You're going to ease your hands down. And what you're trying to do is you're going to keep back your elbow against the wall, back your hand against the wall. Both of them. So you raise it up and down. Up and down. Up and down. What you may find, or you may note, is that some people will have difficulty getting their shoulders back and their arms back. So you may end up like this, moving because you cannot get to the wall. If you keep practicing this movement, you'll find that the movement and the range of mobility in your shoulder will improve, and it will gradually get back to that point. So don't worry so much if you're feeling like you're slightly off the wall, or even if you're very much off the wall. The key is to get your shoulders back, your arms back as far as you can, and do the exercise anyway. From there, another shoulder exercise. Standing, feet hip width apart. We're going to bend over, like so, keeping a straight back, and then bend the knees down. Okay? So rather than just bending down, there's two movements. We're going to break from the hips, keep our back as straight as we can, get down low, then break from the hips. Bend the knees. Okay, so first movement is T. Keep your head down, and just squeeze and release. What you're looking for is your shoulder blades here to squeeze together and then release. So again, okay, so raise, squeeze the shoulder blades together, feel the discomfort, and release halfway down. Squeeze again. So we do 6 of those. Same movement, same body position, but this time arms like this. So you want your forearm and your palm parallel to each other. W, squeeze, squeeze, release. Okay? Next one is Y, which is the same thing. Break back, bend at the hips, break the knees, arms forward in a Y. Up, squeeze, down. You feel a stretch in a different point. You feel it up here at the top of the back of the shoulders. Last one then, 6 of those. Last one then, lock the thumbs together. Keep the head down. Squeeze the arms as high as you can above you. Ease, squeeze up and down. 6 of those. So 6 of T, 6 of W, 6 of Y, and 6 of I. Okay. Next, to work on the shoulders. And again, to enhance mobility in the shoulders, so don't worry if you cannot do this exercise, you just do as much as you can. So you start with a piece of pipe or a long broomstick, something straight and light. Get your arms out very wide, where we're resting on the waistline. You're going to bring your arms up, keep the arms straight and lock them back, touch your back and forward. So you're going to do that a couple of times, and then you want to bring your arms in. You want to bring them in slightly. I'm just going to exaggerate this, so then you'll find that the pipe or the bar is resting lower. You go again. And you're going to keep doing this until you reach the point where, like I'm locking there, where you're feeling discomfort or difficulty getting around. At that point, you just go as far as you can, keep your arms locked and release. As far as you can and release. So what you want to do is basically do 5 in the very outermost position, the bar on your waist. Bring it in slightly, do 5 again. And then when you bring it in, you just want to do 3 at a full stretch where you can't get around anymore. That's your shoulder dislocates. Last one on the shoulder is to work your rotator cuff, which is a little muscle in here that holds pretty much all of the shoulder together. It's a stabilizer muscle. So you get a resistance band, you can strap it onto a squat rack, a hook, a door as we have here. And what you want to do is you want to stand with your arm at 90 degrees. And you want to keep your arm at 90 degrees and keep your elbow here. And step forward, bringing your elbow with you. So you're not letting your elbow go back behind you like this. Your elbow moves forward so that your forearm hinges back. So you want to see the forearm moving like that rather than the arm like so. Step forward, hold a stretch, 20 seconds, release, change sides, do it on the other hand, bring it back again. You want to do 3 on each side. Last one, especially good if you're going to do a workout involving squats. A huge amount of squat work works around ankle mobility, hinges around ankle mobility. So if you take it against the wall and you start with your toe against the wall, you want to just push your knee, keep your heel down on the ground, push your knee into the wall and release. Hopefully that will feel quite easy, in which case you bring your toe out an inch. Go again. Bring it out again. You keep going until the point where, as I'm reaching now, it's a difficult task and you should really feel the stretch coming down the back of your calf, and you just really push into that stretch and release. Stay in the same position, go again. So you do that. When you reach that point where you just can barely touch the wall or you can't touch the wall, you do that 10-second stretch, release, 10-second stretch, release. You do that 5 times, then you switch to the other leg. You'll often find that one leg can move more than the other as well. So with that done, I like to round it off again by going back into the squat, but this time widening the stance, going down, resting the elbows, and just squeezing out the knees. So again, you're keeping the head up, chest out, shoulders up, and you're squeezing out your knees so you can really feel it in your abductors, which is your inner groin. So down, knees, and squeeze. If you can't get down in that position, just do what you can to stretch the knees out and make sure that it's in here in the groin you're feeling it.